I wanted to be fair to Belichick in this situation. If I was in the chair, I'm interviewing him, she's interrupting, like she is becoming part of the story. But the story is supposed to be Belichick has written a book about winning football games, not about her. But when does she become fair game in this story, in the CBS story, where you have to include her?
That's a terrific question. And like, I have not written about her. I have not written a column about her. I mentioned her when he got hired. That his, girlfriend was sitting with these trustees who sort of pushed this hire through because look, football coaches' wives, any coach's wife, any coach's husband, if you want to, they have an impact on these things. But like typically, Mac Brown would always refer to, Sally and I made the decision to come back. And he genuinely believed that. It was a team partnership there. But you didn't get the sense that Sally was vetting his interviews or watching film at night. And, I mean, at this point, would anyone be shocked if Jordon Hudson posted on Instagram, I'm so excited Bill has decided to switch to a base nickel. This is going to be great for the football program. Like, no one would at this point. So when you start to, like, as I mentioned earlier, UNC's brand is at stake here. They hired Bill Belichick to sell tickets and put butts in seats and eyeballs on screen as much as win football games. And when it becomes a sideshow, when your athletic department becomes a Jordon Hudson management program instead of a football program, that is when it becomes a story. And the fact that I haven't actually sort of put pen to paper yet is really a function of the fact that the Carolina Hurricanes are in the playoffs and we had a double overtime game last night, and that's soaking up a lot of my attention. But the CBS News interview, to me, where you start raising questions about what this meet cute that was supposedly established on the plane with the book, and now she's saying we won't talk about that, and there are questions about who's actually in charge here. I think that to me starts to cross that Rubicon of this becomes a football issue. Can Bill Belichick focus on winning at a program that has come close so many times under Butch Davis and Larry Fedora and Mac Brown twice? If he's, promoting a book and doing all these other things, what's Bill Belichick's focus and what's her role in directing that focus? The fact that a football coach doesn't know what's on social media about him, as he claimed in the CBS, these guys care about what's on the monitors in the lunchroom. Like they dictate every single aspect of a program. That's true in the pros, it's true in college. So there's a lot of sort of questions now that need answers. And to me, that's the line you cross, right? That becomes not writing about his personal life, which obviously there are people who write about his personal life for a living. But for me as a sports columnist, when it sort of gets into decision making and who's in charge and what does this mean for the football program, there is a line that's crossed there.